Hello and welcome to Bruce Springsteen Guitar Lessons. Today's lesson is going to be an acoustic version of Two Hearts from the Ties That Bind documentary. Thanks very much to subscribe star Farmer Chris for the request. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. So now what we're going to do is go through all the individual parts. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is look at the tuning. So basically what we've got is a double dropped D tuning. So the E string is tuned to a D, and then the other E string is tuned to a D. Then you're going to put on the capo onto fret 3. So the key is in F major, I think. So double drop D tuning, and the tempo is roughly about 130 BPM, but obviously speeds up and slows down. Kind of that acoustic, kind of live acoustic vibe. Cool, so let's take a look at the chords first. We've got a D add 11. These sound a lot more complicated than they actually are to play. It's just because of the open tuning and things like that, but it sounds really nice. So you've got D add 11, so basically first finger 3rd fret B, middle finger 4th fret D, and the numbers I'm referring to are with the capo on. So 3rd fret B, middle finger 4th fret D, and then you play all 6 strings. So sometimes he will mix it up, so don't be too concerned if you're not hitting all the strings, etc. all the time. Okay, so that's D add 11. Now what he's going to do is hammer on using his 3rd finger to the 5th fret D, and then little finger, so it kind of cancels out the other fingers, and that would be a kind of a D sus4 at 9. And the song structure, which I'll put up on the screen now, I'm just going to refer to it as a D sus4. Okay? Because that's the D, kind of think of it as a D sus4 really. Okay, so D add 11, and then D sus4. Okay, then you've got a G over B chord, okay, which is really nice. Kind of the middle 4 strings there, middle finger 2nd fret A, little finger or pinky, 3rd fret B. Okay, so that's the G over B chord. Now if you leave your little finger there and then put your middle finger 2nd fret D, strum it from the E string. That's a D5 chord, which we use a lot in the choruses. A D5 power chord. Then you move your middle finger to the 2nd fret D string. Strum from the A string. That's an A7 sus4 chord, which sounds brilliant. Now if you go back to that kind of 5/5 thing we had earlier, I strum it from the A string and block the low E string. I'm using my thumb, but be very careful with that to slightly touch it. That's we're just going to call that an A7 chord. And now in the kind of the sort of the outro section, the last chorus, I think he takes his little finger off, and that's just going to be another form of G over B, but just without the little finger. So it sounds quite nice. So yeah, it's just one finger there. Okay, and then you've got a kind of, I think he's playing this right towards the end of the song. He is using his 3rd finger, ring finger, on the 2nd fret of the high E string. So that's a G6 over B. Cool, so don't forget the song structures. Any chords in brackets means there's one or more chord in that particular bar. Obviously I've got the tuning up there so you can see. It's also good to kind of check the tuning once the capo is on as well. So that tuning would be F, C, then an F. Let's be very careful, A sharp or B flat, and then a D and an F, because sometimes the capo can kind of tighten the strings or loosen them a little bit. So cool, so let's bear that in mind. So again, all song structures are in the description. Any other questions, let me know. Cool, so let's take a look at this kind of main sort of the intro section. So what we've got your D add 11 chord. You're going to hit in the bass. He's got this kind of pulse going. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So often in most bars, you're kind of doing this kind of the bassier strings. It doesn't have to be exact. He mixes it up a lot on the 1 and the and of 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool, and then what we're going to do is he's going up, up, kind of on the B and the G strings, not always the same. So you're going to do this, 1 and 2, like that. So that's predominantly what happens, 1 and 2. So down, up, up, and then on the and of 2, hit that again, and then hammer on your 3rd finger. So when you're doing that hit on the and of 2, then you're going to go up, up, up. Again, he does mix it up, so it doesn't have to be exact. Use this as a foundation. 1 and 2 and 3, and then you're hammering onto that D sus4 chord, and then up, up, up. The B, the G, and the D strings. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and these are all 8th notes or quavers. So half a beat each. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So basically you just do that for 4 bars for the intro. 3. Cool, now let's just take a look at the verse section. So if you can see cross-reference with the song structure, 1st verse, 2nd verse, 3rd verse, 4th verse, 5th verse and 6th verse are all the same. Okay, so again, nice and simple, which is great. So you're going to do, for the verses, you're basically going to do 4 rounds of this, which you've just done. So 3, 4, and then the same kind of thing with the G over B. We're doing the bassy note, but just from the A string here. 1 and 2, so down, up, up, down, up, up, down, and then up. Again, it doesn't matter if you catch the G or the G and the B, or the B at the end of the bar. So down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. Then you do 2 bars of the G over the B, and then go back. So you do 2 bars of that, and then you go back to 2 bars of the add 11 D sus4 bar. And that's the whole of the verse section. So I'm just going to go through, so all 6 verses, exactly the same structure. Again, feel free to mix it up like Bruce does and when you watch the documentary. So 2, 3, 4, 1, G over B, and then 2 rounds of that. Cool, so yeah, structure-wise, you've got the intro, which is 4 bars of that D add 11 D sus4. 1st verse, which we've just done. So 1st verse, 2nd verse, 3rd verse, 4th verse, 5th verse, 6th verse, all exactly the same. Now we're going to the first choruses. So The first, second and third choruses are all exactly the same, so let's just take a look at those now. So what you're going to do is you're going to do one bar of that G over B, then kind of a little bit of the next bar with this D5. So down, up, up, the D5 bar, again same kind of thing, down and then up, up. On the D5, 1 and 2, and then on the and of 2 go to the A7 sus4, which means you bring your middle finger down to the D string. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then down, up, up, down. The down, up, down, up, just for the A7 sus4, down, up, down, up. That's coming on the and of 2, so and 3 and 4 and. So that bar again, the second main bar of the chorus, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, down, down, up. Cool. And the two bars together, the main kind of chorus bars, you've got this, okay. G over B, D5, A7 sus4. And you basically do it 3 times. One more time. And then basically you do 2 bars, your normal D add 11, D sus4. Cool, so nice and straightforward. I'll just do that chorus section once again, so it's the same for the first chorus, second chorus, third chorus. D5, A7 sus4. D5, A7 sus4. One more time. And 2 bars of that kind of stand. Cool, so that's really cool. So then you just need to look out for after the second chorus, again keep cross-referencing with the song structure, always in the descriptions. You can always copy and paste into a Word document or whatever. Of course, let's take a look at the middle 8 section. So the middle 8, just something slightly different. You're going to do 2 bars of the G over B. And the D add 11, but just on its own, so not hammering on. So you're just going to go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. That bar again, down, up, down, down. No hammering on to the D sus4, and then A7 sus4, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, and A7 sus4. So the first, that was the first 4 bars of the middle 8. Then you go back and do the G over B 2 bars again. D add 11, as you did before, and then you got this kind of A7 bar. It sounds like he's doing this. Again, you feel free to just do the standard picking pattern if you want. It sounds like he's doing a little bit more accenting, kind of doing this different pattern, which is down, up, down, up, down, up. So kind of doing the bassier notes and the treblier notes, kind of alternating between them. So that's going down, up, down, up, down, up. And he's also starting off quietly. There's a bit of crescendo here, so he's getting gradually louder over 3 bars. 1, a little bit louder, 3, before it goes into the 5th verse. Cool, so I'll just play the whole of the middle 8 section. So, D add 11, A7 sus4, G over B again, 2 bars, D add 11, oops, then A7, sorry, 2, gradually getting louder. Cool. So again, pretty awesome. Sounds just really nice. Again, obviously completely different to the electric version, which I do have a video on. It's great to see how he changes it up. You know, completely different sound to the original version, but both absolutely brilliant. Cool. So then we're going to go. So once you've done the middle 8, you've got the 5th verse, 6th verse, 3rd chorus. Again, all parts we've done before. And then we're just going to the 4th chorus. So the 4th chorus starts off pretty much the same as before. G over B, D5, A7 sus4, twice, D5, A7 sus4, and on the 3rd time, G over B, D5 for a whole bar now. Same picking pattern before, and A7 sus4 for 2 bars. And now he's kind of doing this kind of run. So it starts off with a normal G over B, down, up, then take your little finger off and do the same thing. So that bar again is So this is kind of the third, sort of fourth and final bar. G over B, and G over B without your little finger. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And G6 over B, same picking pattern. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up. And your usual kind of D add 11 bar with a D sus4. And then he's kind of strumming, and then kind of arpeggiate it so you can hear some separation rather than. Okay, so a little bit arpeggiated. 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Sounds really cool, I think. Okay, so let me just play the whole of that fourth chorus. So D5, A7 sus4, same as before. 2 rounds of that. And the third time, D5, for a whole bar. A7 sus4 for 2 bars. G over B, and take your little finger off. Add your third finger, and usual bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, so that's all the parts. It's quite nice to do an acoustic one, something slightly different. Again, don't forget the tuning, double drop D, so the E down to a D, E down to a D, capo fret 3. Some really nice stuff. Again, the rhythms are nice and consistent because it's all 8th notes, which is great. Any questions, let me know. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Any comments or suggestions, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to get hold of the tabs or anything like that, so these are all made in Guitar Pro, which is a great program. So you can get, if you head over to the store, jsmusicschool.co.uk, you'll be able to get this in Guitar Pro format or download it in PDF format, so you can just download straight to your computer. Or if you like to get sort of chord diagrams and an extra tab during this lesson part of the section, you can head over to subscribestar.com/Bruce Springsteen Guitar. I'll be able to get access to tabs, guitar profiles, backing tracks, and there's a huge list on there. You can choose which ones you want, and then they're just sent over to your email on the 3rd of the month. So any questions about any of that stuff, let me know. Thanks again to Chris for requesting this one. It's a great little version of this song. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye. If you'd like to get Guitar Pro files, tab PDFs, backing tracks from any of these tutorials, head over to either the Subscribe Star page or my website, jsmusicschool.co.uk. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. Thanks very much. See you on the next one.